What's up YouTube, Sean Forney here. Again, I'm going to do a video on our newest purchase, and it's one that I'm really excited about because we've waited for it. So we got rid of our Escalade because our kids, no fault of necessarily our kids. I mean, they're kids being kids. We have 4 young kids and sports and getting in and out of the car and everything. We just didn't feel like the Escalade was a good fit for us. So we tried the TRD Pro Sequoia. We liked it. I really liked the platform, the hybrid platform. I thought it was great. It was great power, but my wife didn't really like it too much. Overall, she did, but realistically, it wasn't a good fit for our family. So we wanted to get something different this time. We had a Yukon Denali in the past in 2021 during COVID, so it was built with stuff that, it was built without some options that you could get. So I was able to order a 2025 Yukon Denali Ultimate XL. So we decided to go with the XL. In the past, I was like, man, those things are huge. I don't want an XL. But realistically, they're only 15 inches bigger. That's it. So they may look bigger, but realistically, they're not that much bigger. 15 inches isn't a lot. So it just came in. I picked it up yesterday. I tried to keep it clean, but obviously you can see we have snow on the ground. So I'm going to do a quick little overview and talk about why we picked the Yukon Denali XL. So stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any particular questions or comments, comment below. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Here it is. It's a 2025 Yukon Denali. So for those of you that are not familiar, 2025 was the revamp for the Denali. So they changed some of the looks, they changed some of the features, and obviously the biggest one that you can see are these wheels. They are massive. They are 24-inch wheels. This particular Denali Ultimate was optioned with a couple of the various options that you can get, and that is the night vision and then also the additional black features, which they make this black mirror caps, and of course the black badging in the rear, which I like black. I think it contrasts very, very well with the volcanic red. They changed the name. I think the last one we had was called Cayenne Red. This is volcanic red. So as you can tell, bigger in the back. You get extra storage space in the Yukon XL. So with 4 kids, you know what? We got plenty of room for all of our stuff. Of course, you fold the seats down here, press twice, blah, blah, blah. But you get plenty of storage space. You can put stuff underneath, great little features. Of course, you can certainly, if you have the key in your hand, you can walk by, swipe your leg underneath if you're carrying your groceries and things like that to open it. But overall, you can tell it's pretty comparable to the one that we had in 2021 as far as the color is concerned. As far as the Denali Ultimate, I do wish they would get rid of the aluminum trim, but they at least got rid of the aluminum grille for the Denali Ultimate. It is now black. I do really like it. I guess the aluminum will probably grow on me over time because, again, I like the different ways that the colors contrast against each other. Black for the fog light surrounds, but very, very happy. So that's the exterior walk around. Of course, I just really can't get over how big these wheels are. I mean, they are massive. 24s are huge. I'm not looking forward to when we have to replace the tires, but you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. And my wife is very, very happy that she's got a Yukon again. That was probably one of her favorite SUVs. I like them better because I think they do depreciate slower than the Escalade. The Escalades do depreciate a lot very, very fast. So again, here's an exterior walk around. Plenty of room for the kiddos and all of their goodies in the XL. So now we're going to take a look at the interior. So exterior lighting, you can see it has the perimeter lighting on the sides, LED headlights, LED fog lights, LED running lights. Now I'm going to try to go through the sequence. We have it set up on sequence. Let me see if I can shut it off. So if you hit the lock button or the unlock button, it has a sequence. So the lights are sequenced. It does a little dance, which I think is a pretty cool little feature. All right. This one does have the 6.2 liter V8, which I think is a phenomenal platform. Plenty of power, plenty of torque. My wife was in here last, so of course I got to move the interior or move the seats back. Has the Bose sound system. And if you look close, you can see it has the coordinates for Mount McKinley or Denali. And you can see it has, you know, the mountain range and things like that. I really, really think they did a phenomenal job when they redesigned the interior in the Yukon Denali Ultimate. Of course, you're going to have your screens back here for the kids. I'm going to go ahead and start it so we can see some of the features. One thing I'm kind of disappointed about is you spend this much money on a car and it doesn't come with all-weather floor mats. So we do have to buy them because that's a must with 4 kids. Of course, you can move your seat forward and back. You can recline it. They do have an executive seating option back here, which has massaging seats also in the rear. But this is an improvement. I'm kind of worried to see how long this stands up to the test of time with 4 kids, but you control everything back here with a digital display. You have your USB-C, HDMI ports that do work for these. Again, plenty of room. I'm 6'2". Plenty of room for me to sit back here, even with the seats all the way back. You do get a little bit of extra leg room with the Yukon XL for the 3rd row. The 2nd row is not impacted in that. But the stitching, the alternated stitching, I really, really like. So far, I have not really found much about this that I don't like, with the exception of the fact that it didn't come with all-weather floor mats. Okay, the driver's seat, you have your normal functions here, bolsters. This is for the seat massagers, which is a very, very nice feature. So after you press that, it starts massaging, and then you use the controls on the seat to control what you want out of this. So I think, our 2021 was not built. Again, it was built during COVID, so we didn't have this. But it is nice. I went and picked it up and surprised my wife with it. So because it was a true surprise, I was able to do it and get it done without her knowing. So I used the massage function on the way up the road, and it was great. So you have a little storage compartment up here. Of course, my wife already has stuff in it. 260 miles, and it's going to have stuff everywhere soon. Heads-up display, which displays everything that you could want. This is a new design, the all-digital display. Again, it's not like the Escalade that has the 52-inch wraparound display. Not sure how much I love it. I didn't really like it in the BMWs, but it is what it is. That's the future. But I do like its purpose. You can toggle through the various different things that you want. You can have, let's see here. You can alter through at your driver assistant, night vision, a regular traditional speedometer with tach. And there's a regular, there we go. Of course, my wife likes the map function. I just think it's kind of neat. This is a change. So the outgoing Yukons had the buttons here, which was okay. I've never been a fan of the buttons. I like knobs and levers, but this is easy. You pull in, push down to drive, pull in, push up for reverse, press the button for park. Pretty simple. You have your lighting controls, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, high, low, all of that good stuff, your different modes, your suspension up and down. We do have it set so where as soon as you turn it off, the Yukon lowers for easy exit. Lane keeping, automatic start stop, your camera, all of that good stuff, your parking brake over here. Now the biggest thing you'll notice from the interior, besides all the nice stitching and everything, again, I think they did a very, very good job. I've never been a big fan of Now, piano black does look good in the car. I think it looks good, but I've never really been a big fan of it because I think it scratches easy. But, you know, we'll see how it works. Your wireless charging, USB-C, traditional USB. But one of the biggest things you'll know is the redesigned screen. This is a massive screen, but it is very, very intuitive. I've got to know it. I've got to play around with it a little bit. But I think this is pretty cool. So you can click on, tells you your air filter life, spin it around with your finger. Very, very responsive screen. You can check your tire pressure, go back around. It'll tell you your brake life, pad life. Let's see what this one does. Oh, your battery. But I don't know, this is pretty cool. Your gauges, has everything you want. Click here, oil pressure. You can then click this button, add it to the driver display, which I think is a pretty cool feature, because whenever I was learning how to use this, I wanted to figure out, okay, well, how can I tell what kind of miles per gallon I'm getting? You click here, click this, and then you can add it to the driver display, and it throws it up here, which I think is really, really cool. I think more brands are starting to steal this from Apple CarPlay. But it's pretty neat how you can have this multi-function home screen where you have your navigation here, audio here, other things up here. And then of course, this is, I need to accept this. Okay, next, go to map, there we go. But you can click a button and say, let's use a microphone, route to Berkeley Springs High School.
Berkeley Springs High School is 6 minutes from your location by car in light traffic.
So there we go. I mean, it's really, really intuitive. I mean, the way it responds, I think they have done a really, really good job. This may be one of the best infotainment systems that I've ever used, and I'm really, really happy with it. Of course, I'm a big fan of actual real buttons, and you still get real buttons with this. You go up and down to set your heat and your HVAC, all of that good stuff. You sync it. This is your seat options. You don't have a real button for your heated seats, but of course it is digital, and that's okay. Something else I thought was kind of cool, whenever you're turning it up, you can see the red down here. As you turn it up, it gets higher, lower. That's just a cool little feature to have in the car. I think it's a nice little touch. But overall, the user friendliness of the cockpit is great. Of course, this is equipped with Super Cruise, so it does come with 3 years of premium OnStar access for the Super Cruise. So whenever you're driving, after I got it set up, if you're on a Super Cruise dedicated highway, you press this button and you can trust it. I do trust it. I keep my hands closed if I'm next to a Jersey wall or something, but it does a very, very good job at maintaining the center lane, keeping your speed, getting over and all that good stuff. Over here on this stalk, you press that in for your windshield washer fluid, and you have your various controls. It did take me a minute to get the automatic high beams working, but you double press them, but got that figured out. Over here, you actually have a physical button if you wanted to turn something on or off. Mutes it. So, okay, but that's realistically just a high-level overview of the new 2025 Yukon Denali Ultimate. If you have any particular questions or have anything you want me to review, if you're considering buying one, since we got one, they are starting to hit the ground. So comment below if I can help you make a decision in any way. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, comment below. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.